Good morning, everybody. Very warm welcome to a super sunny beach, Gilly Beach. We're a little bit late. All those good timings. You know, there's a lot to do here in the morning for the team. We are just about to watch the ladies qualifier selection race, and we have is a rerun from last night. Last night they looked at the drone footage, and it was pretty clear that it was a false start. So to make it fair, they decided to rerun this morning, and we have got Holly Pye and Annie Page. I haven't seen Ginny this morning. I understand that she's probably gone home. So we wish you well, Ginny. We hope you're all right. And yeah, these girls, so the race, the girls are out there by the buoy. They will literally be started off by someone out there. Conditions a lot easier to deal with today, and they've just got to come to the Paddle-Logger flag. Let's have a look. There's a lot of flags, but I think it's super clear where they've got to go today. Conditions are so much better. Good morning, Bruce. How are you, my darling? Look at this beautiful day. It's warmer, it's windier, but the sun is out, and that's what's most important. So we have got Annie Page out there and Holly Pye, and they are both trying to be selected for the sprint section. It's 1 through, so yeah, they'll be off and it'll be over in just a jot. So let's have a look. We'll wander down here, and then we can see who is ready. Offshore wind today as well, so much more helpful for those girls. Yesterday it was an onshore, and off they go. The whistler's gone, and they're going for it. So I think we've got Holly on the right, Annie on the left, and this is a battle of two brilliantly talented young paddlers. It's nice to see youngsters taking up the reins. Actually, it's brilliant. So they're heading a little bit right. So they need to head towards the front. Scotty's here. It looks really tight. Goodness me. Come on, ladies. Come on. Oh, it's so tough, isn't it? It's so tight. Could be a photo finish. Let's just wiggle our way around here. Here they come. Here's Holly on the right, Annie on the left. Is this going to be a photo finish? This is amazing. Go on, girls. Go on, girls. Looks like Holly will just have it. Amazing. Look at that. Holly. Well done, Holly. Oh, smack into the beach. Absolutely fabulous. Well done. Big applause from the people on the beach. That's really nice. I think this race means a lot. Good morning, Mike Smith. Welcome to the live feed. The selection was 2 girls racing for one spot, and Holly had it by a foot. Congratulations. Great racing, girls. Really good. So tight, so close. So that's that over for the day. We'll have a little chat with Holly, if we can. Can we have a little chat when you're ready, Holly? When you've got your breath back. We were talking earlier with Holly, and she was saying that, it's full on out there, and it's so much energy before the race starts, the nervous energy, it's just tough. It's exhausting, not just the race. But you could see those girls absolutely flat out. We'll wait for Holly to be ready, and then we'll have a little chat with her. You good? Yeah. Right, we'll come on in here so that we let's have this round this way. Hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
Another win under your belt.
Yeah, happy with that.
You should be happy with that.
That
was
super close,
so tight. I mean, Annie is an amazing paddler, isn't she? She's
100%, yeah.
So
super strong.
She is super strong, but so are you. And you looked pretty level all the way. Were you level all the way? We couldn't
Fairly.
see. You just looked.
I think to start with, the first half maybe she was literally like a few inches in front, and then I edged forwards just a few inches in front. Sorry.
It's all right.
I noticed. I don't think Annie switched sides. I think she paddled pretty much the whole way on one side, or maybe I just didn't notice. Whereas I switched sides a few times.
Yeah.
The wind is it was mostly a headwind, but a little bit to the side. And yeah, then there was literally just a few inches in it the whole way. So
Yeah.
super tight.
So much easier conditions today. I mean, you're just having that. Well, I was going to say it's an onshore wind. It's not onshore at the moment. I thought it was, but it's not. But it was just so much easier.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think even though it's quite windy, it's hard in the wind. Like just sprinting in flat water is so much easier.
Yeah.
You can get your heart rate up. Whereas obviously when it's quite bumpy, you're like, it's difficult because you're kind of accidentally catching bumps and you're trying to push through. The ball gets quite sticky and it's just really hard. You're like focusing on the technical element more than just paddling really hard.
Paddling flat out.
But obviously these guys, Scott couldn't control the weather, so they did the best they could. And unfortunately we all thought it would work, but it just didn't, and we didn't realise until we actually started. And so today was much better, flat conditions, fairly into the wind.
So into the wind for that start is just so much easier
it couldn't be any
because
fairer.
you can hold your line, and Tom was out there with the whistle, and that obviously was much easier than you trying to check out some random flag on the beach, as there are many flags on the beach. So,
and we're not getting pushed forwards by swell or wind.
Yeah.
You know, we're able to. It was just a good race.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, we're very pleased for you, Holly.
Thank
you. 2 out of 2
so far.
No pressure.
Thanks
Check
very
race
much.
this afternoon.
Yeah,
Thank you, Holly, for your time. All right. So there you go. Amazing race by Holly. I mean, we've got some really amazing paddlers in this country. We've got the old guard, like Marie, and we've got the new, young, up-and-coming, very exciting paddlers like Annie and Holly. So that was a great race. So yes, we will be on to the onto the sprints. Look at this day. What a beautiful day. Stunning conditions, better than yesterday. The sun is out, which is really important. So there goes Tom Hicks, GBSUP ambassador for this month. I think he's got his last day today, but he's been in and out of the water, putting out buoys, putting out stuff, just being an all-round good egg, which is what you need. So that was the sprint race, the qualifier, which was won by Holly Pye, just by inches, a foot maybe at the most. Really tight racing between those girls, and no false starts, just a good clean race, so that was good. But here's the event village. Morning, Jonathan, how are you doing? There's Mr. Ewer, father of Blue Ewer, so he's racing today, which is great. He was stuck in the shop yesterday and trying to watch the live feed and just enjoying it. Hi, Dave. So he's doing the sprints and the tech. It's a lovely day and the conditions are better than yesterday. We've got a lot of achy bodies today, everybody I've spoken to. How are you? Oh, I ache a lot. So they put in a lot of effort yesterday in those conditions. So we have got sprints, which are going to be run. Good morning, Mark. Mike, let me just answer your question. Emily Evans was not being considered because she's already qualified for the Welsh team. So she was just joining in yesterday to just be involved in a sprint race, I guess, to practice. But they did ask her last night not to race this morning, just so that it could be cleaner. You know, she'd happened to knock someone's board by accident and took them out. You know, if anything like that happened, it's not fair on the girls who could qualify. So that was the whole point for Emily not being asked to join in this race. So for the distance race, they had the selection races completely separate from the normal 14-foot hardboard racers. Again, it kept it clean, it kept it fair, it kept those guys out of trouble, I guess. There could be no problems on buoy turns or anything like that. So, it just made it a little bit fairer. So that's the whole point of that. We're just going to have the briefing for the sprints. There are going to be 2 rounds. Each paddler has to paddle the sprint twice. Good morning, Will. How are you? I hope you get out on the water or got out on the water yesterday. The weather was, wind got up, didn't it? So hopefully there were a lot of wing foilers out here yesterday. So the sprints will be running 2 heats. Every paddler has to do 2 heats, and then they will choose the top, I think it's the top 8 will be into the final. So the heats are over the next hour, and then the finals will be over they'll take about half an hour. And we've got that for the juniors. We've got, I think we've got it for the challenge as well, I think. Or maybe just the hardboards. Not sure. So much paperwork flying around. Checking it. Poor Scott last night was sending out emails at I don't know what time. 12 o'clock, getting everything sorted. Here comes my partner in crime. Let's hope he watched that race and saw an epic finish it was. Let's have a chat with Martin. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, I am good. Did you see that final?
No, I missed it. I missed it. I was busy fetching and carrying for Nat, so
good man.
Yeah, so I was having to do my husbandly duties. So
Okay,
I missed
well,
it.
you can catch up with it later on live feed.
I will. And where
Brilliant.
can I find that?
Oh, on supjunkieuk.uk Facebook page.
See what I did there?
All day long. Mark Short said, hiya, Martin.
Hello, Mark. How are you,
So,
mate?
Yeah, he's watching. Mike is watching. We've got a few people watching this morning, so hopefully they caught that really, really epic race between those 2 young ladies. Aren't we lucky to have such fantastic paddlers in this country?
We've got
some serious talent, haven't we?
We have,
across the board.
Yeah, and Nat was actually asking me, because we were sat in a hot tub last night, which was obviously lovely, and Nat and I were talking about how it was 10, 12 years ago, and she said, did you have the talent there? And I said, we had talent, but they were all over sort of 35. So
And most of those are still racing.
yeah, most of them are still racing. I mean, one's out there now, their debut. But yeah, to have such young talent coming through now is absolutely fantastic, exciting to see. And I think what the younger guys bring to it is professionalism and athleticism, and actually, the whole thing has got more dynamic and faster, and they're able to do a lot of stuff that we weren't able to do when we were that sort of age.
Yeah, that's absolutely true, Martin. And when I used to race, I didn't train. I didn't have a coach. I didn't have a program to follow. I just got out on the water as much as possible.
Yeah.
And actually, when I did well, it was when I was doing cross training, like I was doing stuff like run events and running and cycling and just training for those events and just throwing myself at every race possible for 6 months.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But then now you look at the likes, all right, you look at the likes of Blue and Holly and all the young guys that are here now, and they've got dedicated coaches. They've got contact time with those coaches, whether they're in the UK or abroad or whatever.
Yep.
They'll be their diets will be on point.
Yep.
Their equipment is on point, and it's all about these guys now eking out that 1% difference. Because it's that 1% difference that makes a difference to them. And actually so it's a real sort of professionally at the top end, elite end, professional end. It's really focused on performance, which is what we never had. We never had. We just kind of rocked up, did the race, went for a beer.
Had a go. Ate some cake. Still powered by cake.
Yeah. So no, it's very exciting with the younger guys now for sure.
Let's have a little look at what people are saying. If I can read it. Chris McDonald, hello. Oops. We're just trying to see. It's really bright sunshine, which is great. We're not complaining about that at all. Hello, Darcy. Mike Smith. It's all about the youth paddlers. Definitely, Mike.
And you know what? We need more youngsters. We need more youth. We need more juniors. We need all younger paddlers, because with our club, we might as well be. This is no disrespect, but I'm 53, and I think our youngest paddler actually is about 20, and he turns up when he's not playing with his friends. You look at club level, 30 to 35 plus, unless really you're down on the south coast, I think, where you've got that kind of like that ocean sort of mentality, that ocean mentality. So
Absolutely.
we really, really could do with more youth and more youngsters.
Well, this is where someone like Mike Smith is going to come in, because he's setting up this charity and he's all over the juniors and really wanting to engage in them. I think, and he's actually going to be running the junior section at Brendan's race.
Brilliant.
The SUP
Brilliant.
Championships
Yeah.
in Torquay at the end of September. And I think the really big push is just to get those youngsters involved. Claire Conybeare, just up the way there, I think it's called Foy, she is, again, really trying to engage in not just it's trying to get that crossover. She's found that by going to sailing schools, dinghy, get them cross training, get them coming to have a go at SUP, a day of SUP, and they realise how much fun it is, and they're all quite competitive anyway.
Yeah.
So just get them involved in another water sport, and if it happens to be SUP and they want to race, that's amazing.
Well, we've got we're very fortunate. So our club at Norfolk SUP Racing, we're our location is a yacht club. So we've got great facilities. The whole health and safety thing is already in place. The safeguarding is already in place. So we're in a perfect. It's an enclosed private body of water with access to the rivers and stuff. But we've got a perfect location there to actually bring youngsters on. And of course, our yacht club have something called Roxham Week, which is a whole week of racing and sailing racing and all that kind of stuff. But they also introduced paddleboard race themselves before we got on board. So now we're on board, we've kind of taken over that, and it's for anybody on any craft to come and have a go and actually, get around a little technical course that we lay out. So having that crossover, as you say, from people who are in the sailing and the yachting fraternity, there, also paddle clubs such as rowing clubs and kayaking canoe clubs, that kind of thing, having, because they don't do SUP either. It's like a little tag on that they have some fun with, but if they can get our clubs like us or any other club in the UK, Andrew T down at Oxford, any of these clubs that are actually really focused on the racing element, if we can get involved with these bodies and actually start helping out and giving them a little bit of direction, getting involved, that crossover, as you say, can only come over. So I think that's a real. The problem is how do we reach out to these youngsters to get them on board?
Yeah.
Because
and actually the parents too.
Yeah,
because
for
those
sure.
youngsters cannot do it without the full support of their parents. The parents who stand on the sideline at rugby and cricket and football, they need to be standing on the water's edge and bringing their kids down and actually engaging.
Bringing their kids down and staying.
Please stay.
Yeah, don't drop them off and think it's a
not a
babysitting.
creche.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I think one of the other blockers for youth and kid racing is the equipment provision, because of course there's no use putting 10-year-old Johnny on a 14-foot craft, because he's not going to be able to handle it. He's not going to be able to control it. So there aren't too many manufacturers out there that actually do dedicated children's equipment now. There are some, of course, but getting hold of equipment and obviously the cost involved might, it's a very expensive sport to get into if you are a family.
Yes, absolutely.
So
yeah, I do say this every time we talk about this. I say, where are all those lovely 12'6" race boards tucked away in people's garages? Get those out for the kids.
For the kids, for sure.
Kids want performance kit.
Yep.
They don't want to be on a, particularly depending on their age, of course, but by the time they get to be a teenager, they want performance kit.
Yep.
Get those 12'6" boards out, loan them to clubs, give them away, loan it out for you and say, right, I'll give you this board, let's see how you do.
Yeah.
I just think that's a no-brainer, because there must be so many of these boards.
We've got
tucked away.
we've got, like, in our club, we've got a bit of a supply, because so Nat used to race, she's got a 12'6" Blackfish from like 2018. We didn't sell that because it's a 12'6" by 23. It's an absolutely ideal performance piece of kit for a teenager.
Look, if you can hear that noise, that's that young man Freddie just making a noise, but it's good. It's all good work.
Well, obviously Freddie is from Infinity here in SIC, so maybe he's interested in getting us some kids kit. What do you think?
Absolutely.
He's just said yes, which is great.
Hi Steve, hi Kaz, nice to have you on board.
Dave was obviously on board with that conversation as well.
Yeah. Kids, we need more kids.
We need more youth paddlers.
Kids kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave has done the kids
He's done
thing.
his bit.
He's done his bit. But look at this beautiful day, Martin. Let's walk. Now, yesterday, whilst we were doing our live feed, we both stood pretty much rooted to the same spot. And at the end of the day, we both said, oh, our lower backs.
Yeah.
It's really not good. So we're going to wander about today a little bit more and keep moving.
Well, the sun's out, isn't it? The sun's out. The wind has changed 180 degrees, so it's blowing offshore now. The swell is, nowhere near like it was yesterday.
No.
So, and as we're only doing sort of sprint racing this morning, they really haven't got to go out very far. So they're still going to be in a little bit of a wind shadow, aren't they? So
yeah, absolutely. So I think those two red buoys out there, you can just see them with the lifeguard prone paddler lying between them. I think that's your turning point for your sprints. So literally 8 paddlers going out. They can choose whichever buoy they want to go around, which is always exciting because you can choose at the last minute. May not be your best side, but you might be the only one going that way. Lots of people just want to swing a left, that could just be their best side. And if you have 7 or 8, it's really interesting. You can fall on the buoy turn because it's so fast and furious. Good morning, Andrew. Yes, we do need the youngsters. Let's see what Mike is up to. That sounds very interesting. Mike involved in the Plymouth Armed Forces Day. How lovely.
That's great.
Yeah, watch as much as you can, Mike, but you do know that you can always catch up. We post it all on subjunkie.uk Facebook page. It goes up as soon as it's finished live. It goes up and you can watch it at your leisure. And no adverts.
Yeah, no advert. Not unless somebody wants to sponsor Subjunkie with, and then we'll put adverts on.
Absolutely, happy to be used for that advertising, of course.
But I was just about to say, with this offshore wind though, you're talking about doing the buoy turns and stuff. This offshore wind. Let's see how many noses go in the air, because obviously when you're when you lift that nose up and then you turn it into wind, the wind gets underneath it. Let's see how many people actually step off the back.
There will be people deciding absolutely which buoy to go towards and turn around because of this wind. It's slightly sort of like cross offshore, slightly cross offshore. So if you go for the left, you're going to get that you're going to get that wind under your nose.
Yeah, but also makes turning sharper.
Yeah.
You can get that nose up. You can actually that'll spin the board round a little bit faster, a little bit tighter around the buoy. So
and if you go around the right, the tendency is you might blow down the beach a little bit to the right, which you don't want. You want to whip round that buoy and get yourself back to the beach. So
can I ask you a question though?
Yes.
How do you feel about doing a running finish up onto these stones here?
Oh, painful.
It is,
not
isn't it?
good. Yeah, really not good.
So if you're in a sprint finish, you ditch your board. You've got your paddle in your hand, and then you look at that and you think, I'm going back out again.
Yeah, but at least the run up is not very far.
It's not far.
They haven't got to run. I mean, if they had to run up there with that steep slope, they need to be careful. Definitely, you can easily twist an ankle there because you're full on power, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're just going for it.
Adrenaline will kick in, I suppose, and override any discomfort, I'm sure. So,
absolutely. Let me just talk about the people who are actually here sponsoring the event, because it's really important to give them a shout out. So we've got many flags and a tent for Paddle UK, who are our joint national governing body for SUP, and they are really trying very hard to engage in SUP racing. I know that personally. They really are trying very hard. They're learning all the time, and we've got Samrat to thank for a lot of work that she's doing with Paddle UK and trying to encourage them to engage with us, because we are different, aren't we, to what they're used to. And they're really trying hard. So we'd like to big up Paddle UK for everything they are doing for the sport. They're not everybody's cup of tea all of the time, but they're learning, and they're admitting that they're learning, and they are doing a really good job. And to have their backing for this event is really good. And
in their defence, they've got a lot of different types of paddling and paddler to appease all the time.
Absolutely.
So and like you say, it is a big learning curve for them, and they are open and they are listening, which is great. So,
definitely. So thank you so much to Paddle UK for being here today. We've also got Black Project, who are the series sponsors. So big up to Black Project for putting their money where their mouths are, and engaging fully in this event. It's great. Oscar Propulsion Sport are here as well. Buccaneer Sessions. Freddie from, as you said earlier, SIC and Infinity are here. We've got Paddlogger, who, this is the beach where Paddlogger was, came to fruition 10 years ago.
Yeah, founded.
Dave is here again today. He's been supporting the GBSUP series for quite a long time. Good morning, Dean. Let's see who else is watching. Good morning, Margaret Ewer. James Tuck, hello. Welcome everybody. So looks like everybody's on the move. This is going to be fast and furious. They're going to get these guys going as soon as one sprint heat is finished. They're straight into the next. They want to get this over and done with. The sun is out. The wind has actually dropped a little bit. Hallelujah. Good morning, John Moore. So who else have we got? We've got Starboard here with all the demo boards. And that's PJ Simmons is here. If you come to a GBSUP event, you've got the opportunity, even if you do have a lovely race board that you love, try something else because you never know. I got a couple of girlfriends who recently transitioned over to starboard back. I'm not even sure they've ever had a starboard, but they have because they found something that is just perfect for them for the time.
And this is the good thing about coming to these races, isn't it? It's like, because everybody wants to know what kit to buy, and obviously these things are £2,000-3,000. There's not that many of people in each club, so and boards are limited, aren't they? So coming to this big sort of place like this for an opportunity to try kit is awesome.
Absolutely, and he's got everything up there, not just
Morning, Emily.
Good morning, Emily. There's Emily Evans there. She's just about to get on the water and have a little practice. So the briefing is over. So who else have we got that I haven't mentioned? I think that's it, actually. Starboard.
Yeah.
Yep. Sav is here from the SUP store. I know he's been very supportive of the series. Obviously, we had the base up race recently. You've got Amanda from P3T Photography, so do check out her website for all great images. And that's about it, I think.
Yeah.
If I've forgotten anybody, SUP Junkie, team of.
Yeah, SUP
Be
Junkie's
that,
here.
Martin Rendell or Simon from SUP FM podcast. We're here to bring you some hopefully exciting coverage, and it will get very exciting in just a few minutes.
And also the paddlers. We got paddlers from pretty much a lot of the country, haven't we?
Yeah.
I mean, I think the people that are come the furthest possibly is actually us, maybe from Norfolk, and also Anna Little.
Anna Little,
and Craig,
yeah.
and
so nice
and
to
the
see
boys.
her back at
Yeah.
a race, isn't it, with her boys and her whole family bar one, but they're out racing, and we've
Had such a good conversation with Anna yesterday because I haven't spoken to her for a long time, and and she's just so dedicated. Again, it's all about the youth racing for her now.
Yep.
About getting the kids on the water. So I had a really good conversation with her yesterday. It was
good.
really
Well, we need more people like Anna to be pushing those kids forward, and she's got her own family who are incredible athletes, and it's great to see James back on the water and racing. He's going to try for the tech qualification for the juniors this afternoon. Hi Caroline, nice to have you on board and watching. We have got a beautiful day. It's a much nicer day here today.
Yeah, it's lush.
We were chilly yesterday.
This is like
Martin
ice
and I.
cream weather this morning, isn't it? I might have to get one.
Oh,
of it.
yes. Ice cream. So, running a little bit behind schedule, but hey, the sun is shining. It's fine. We're relaxed.
Yeah.
They're gonna get the race done. They have changed the format of the tech racing this afternoon. Instead of heats, which I think there were going to be, I think you had to do a couple of heats. It's now one heat, but they've extended the race a little bit to be 2.5 to 3k. I think timing wise, and just there's a lot of paddlers here, and I think that works better for everybody basically, and then we can get everything wrapped up before prize giving at 3:30, 3:45.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Prize giving needs to happen really quickly because I've got an 8-hour drive.
Oh, bless you. Gosh, so that's the dedication here. 8 hours to get home. There's Eric and VJ. VJ did incredibly well yesterday. Such a strong paddler from the Channel Islands. She's competed for her nation as well as Eric. Good luck, Eric.
Morning, Eric.
Have fun.
Morning, Amanda.
Yeah, good morning, Amanda. Mark Norton is watching. He paddled well yesterday.
I'm gonna spend some money and buy you actually a pair of shoes that colour match, VJ.
Yeah, so as you were saying, I mean, there's some very tentative steps walking down the beach, so they have got to run up the beach on those stones.
Like I say, when they get off that water there, that's not going to be in their mind. If they're in a sprint finish with somebody, they are going to be
absolutely.
They'll pay for it afterwards.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's Sarah Maxey there. She's part of the GBSUP team, volunteers for them, helps with the medals when Annie Ridsell-Smith is not here. There's Dave from Paddlogger. Yep, 10 years that app has been evolving, developing. It's brilliant. We love it. That is Sonia Brotherton over there.
Yeah.
She's not been racing a lot over the last year, but she's got herself a sparkly new board.
Yeah.
And she's up for it. So
can't beat a sparkly new board, can you?
No.
I saw Annabelle Ewart had a brand new one yesterday, and it just has that lovely brand new look about it.
Yeah, won't last long with these races, being scraped up the beach. So the sun is shining. Mr. Dave, come and have a chat with us again. Oh, I'm sorry, I've got your phone. Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Stav, I think he needs to put his stump fin on.
Sav.
Fortunately, I believe he sells fins.
Yeah. So I'm here with Dave, paddlogger. Let's just flip it round. Do you want to be?
Hello.
Want to be seen?
How's everyone going?
Happy 10th anniversary.
Yeah, wild one, eh?
Yeah.
Absolutely wild. When you developed this app, did you see into the future? Did you think about that, or just not think about that? You just cracked on with it.
Just get on with it, I think.
Believed in it.
I think, well, I don't know about that either. No, yeah, it's been a long old time. I was sat somewhere over there, like we were on Gidding Bays Beach. You might have done a little pan around earlier,
Yep.
but we were sat somewhere to our left, working out, trying to find how far we'd been, what we were doing. There was nothing much out there. Rang a friend of mine. I was like, do you know anyone who's good at tech development? And they were like, oh, you should speak to Lewis. And we got chatting, and he said, yeah, I reckon I can work something out. And that's sort of never really looked back, really. And we just kind of put something out there and said, look, we're doing this for paddlers. What do you guys want? And they've kind of built ever since. And we just kept going.
And
Persistence.
Persistence, that's a good
Persistence
word.
is key.
And for those who don't know Paddlogger,
Yep.
briefly tell us what it is.
So we're a we're a mobile
Briefly, Dave.
app. Yeah, well, this is the thing. We're a mobile app for paddle sports. It's all about tracking your journeys, having a great time on the water, understanding your data if you're that way inclined, wanting to go faster, further, a bit stronger, and all about doing it safely, and all about getting on the water more, being able to go out knowing that we've got a bit of an overwatch with our paddle live safety features that will check in with you, check in with your loved ones, and make sure that everyone's off the water safely and all having a great time.
Absolutely.
And that's about as succinct as I can get it over 10
that's
years.
perfect.
You think it would be better, maybe? I don't know.
No, that's
But
perfect.
what I would say is go check out the website, paddlelogger.com. Go and check out our Instagram at paddlelogger. There's lots of information there, lots more information there. Ask us questions, find myself at this event. Holly as well is around us, and I'm sure you can ask her some questions after she's done competing, because I think she's focusing on that now.
Yep.
Yeah, we want to talk to you guys and let us know what's next.
Absolutely. Well, I use it, and it's great because Anthony, he's my safety officer. Let's call him that, and he knows exactly when I'm on the water. So he can, put his.
And maybe when you're in the pub and you shouldn't be.
Yeah.
There is that slight side effect.
Well, he's in the pub and he can get home. But yeah, it's a great app. So do check it out. And 10 years, amazing.
Yeah. Hopefully here's to another 10 more. And we've got some really cool stuff coming later this year, actually. So I think
You're always bringing cool stuff.
I know, but this time is like
really cool.
Like, is it super secretive,
Yep.
or can you give us a point in a direction? That way.
no.
So it's all about people being out at sea and being safe. Cool.
We've got some really we've got some really cool stuff. Like, give us a follow. The first places we'll post it is our mailing list and our Instagram and things, and for our partners as well. Paddle UK are here. If you are a Paddle UK member, I should mention you get just over 50% off on a Paddlelogger subscription, which includes all the safety
That's
stuff.
cool.
So that's
No,
really good.
I
And I
didn't
don't
know
think
that.
many people do know that. So
No.
I
Well,
think
let's get
if you're in
that
the
out
UK and you are a Paddle UK formerly British Canoeing member, you do have that benefit as well.
That's cool.
And yeah, check it out later this year. Keep an eye on our socials, and we'll be changing the game again.
Exciting. We
Changing
love
the
it.
game
We love
again.
it. Thank you, Dave. Have a good day.
See you later.
Cheers, Dave.
Oh, he's always good value. Always good value. Yeah, Paddle Life is a great board. Absolutely, I use that all the time. Hi Mars, hi Mark. Yep. Okay, so let's flip that around again. Don't want to constantly see our faces, but people on the water, people having fun. There's Sav there on that beautiful board. He was not on that board yesterday. He was on the new Ever Ready. Nice to have a shop with water on this boat. Yeah.
I'd like to say it's just like my garage, but we're getting full now.
Yeah. I've just sold a couple of boards actually, which is it's a very weird thing to do. But one was a duplicate, and one was so old and just wasn't being used, and still had love in it, and it was an old red 1260 by 28 red race. So about
Was that the one with
10
the?
years
Was that the
old.
one with the black and white checkers on it?
Yes, very cool.
Oh, do you know what? That's my first board that I raced on, which used to be the old, which is now the paddle skedaddle actually, but before it was the Norfolk Broads Classic.
Oh, I remember that race.
Yeah,
I love
the
that
Norfolk
race.
Broads Classic, and I did it on a 12.6 red elite.
Yeah,
Awesome.
lovely,
Yeah.
lovely. Well, I held on to it and held on to it, and then I just thought, this is silly. It's still got life in it. And Auntie went, oh, give it away. I was like, no, I can sell that. And you know, I popped it on Facebook, and lovely Rich from SUP Wellingborough just snapped my hand off for it. And he said, that is a great board for the people that he's teaching who want to transition to racing and want to have a go on something a little bit narrow but a little bit like what they used to, an inflatable board. And he's used it, and he just loves it. It's a quality board. It might be old, but Red Paddle Co. do make quality boards.
I've got 3 Niscos, 3 Nash 1 designs at home. Now, all right, 12.6 by 30,
Yep.
but they are iconic, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
They are iconic, and we've saved those for anybody that's, again, transitioning from, you know, like a 10.6 all-rounder or whatever, that want to get into racing. They don't want to lose the stability, but they want something that looks like a race board, you know, and
Yep.
yeah, you can't beat the old Nisco racing.
No, and you've seen that there's a Not the Nisco race being organised by lovely Glyn Smith. I mean, it's another race on the calendar. Oh,
Yeah.
How many races can we put on the calendar? As many as you like. Good morning, Andrea. Good morning, Kirsten. I hope that's the correct way of pronouncing your name. Hello. Welcome to sunny Gilly Beach. So yeah, you know, these old boards are lovely, and yes, check out that Not the Nisco race, which is being held, I think, on the 31st of August. Check it out. They're going to try and keep it as the original One Design race.
Talking about inflatable red race boards, there is one here. There's a red 14-foot.
Okay.
Elite.
But it's got that silly bar at the front.
Yeah, it's got a silly bar.
Which I've never. So I think, Martin, we should go on the other side.
Yeah, let's do that.
And then we can. Yeah. There's Helen. Morning, Helen.
We were just talking about your red elite boards just then.
Fantastic. Helen's been racing red boards. There's Mimi there, Anna Little, Sonia Brotherson, Holly behind there. So if you didn't check in this morning to see that. Oh, James Tuck. He said he's not here today because the distance race absolutely did him in. So I think you're not the only one, James. I think there's a few people who've maybe just sitting it out today and just chilling out in the sunshine.
So a quick question to you about old boards, right? Or
Yes.
any boards.
Yes.
When you get a board, do you give it a name?
Oh, do you know, I tried that with my Infinity that I got from you.
Yeah.
And I tried it with a surfboard. I just couldn't really find the right name. Oh no, my new surfboard, okay, which is a Spice, and it's black and white. I've called it Pepper.
Okay.
That's it. I just go and get Pepper out of the garage.
So Nat and I always have a conversation because she names every single board she has, right?
Good girl.
And it's some kind of, and she'll always name it on something to do with the ocean or some Greek goddess or, you know, or something like that. And I say, you shouldn't do that. She said, why? I said, because you get an attachment to it. And then you can't sell it.
Clever girl.
See? and that's why she's got so many.
Well, I collect them anyway, and I don't give them names. But no, the only one was the new Spice, which
You called it Pepper.
Pepper because it's black and white, and Pepper is a spice. So yeah, I thought that worked. I thought that was quite clever. But no, who else does anybody out there name their boards? We'd love to know. What are their names? I tried it with the Infinity, but that didn't work. And yeah, okay, I think we're going to see some action. So I am guessing they are running through these flags and possibly back through these flags. So the sun is out and it is getting warmer. It is a beautiful day. Here we've got our, is this Si here who's going in the water. He'll get some great shots with that camera. Look at that. He's got his flippers on, and I mean, that is dedication to the cause, isn't it?
But then again, what brilliant shots, you know, what a
they're
brilliant
amazing,
advantage, aren't they?
They
you know?
are amazing.
Yeah.
To get that sort of, you know.
And there's the thing, you know, with this sport, you've got pictures on the surface, pictures from below, from the water. You've got drones.
Yeah.
You know, technology now has really been able to give this sport access to the action, hasn't it?
Yes.
Being able to get super close to it and get some really cool action shots through the technology.
And also with things like this live feed and those shots, it's getting it out to more people, isn't it?
Yeah, it's making it look sexy.
Yeah, it's all.
Well, it is
I think
sexy.
it's all very well having a photograph, but unless you've got someone talking you through it, or watching the live feed, or watching drone shots, suddenly you get it and you understand absolutely what it is.
So here we are, wave 1 to the start line. So it looks like we're very, very close to the action now.
Okay.
I think it's ladies off first, I believe.
Ladies off first, so we are going to just stand a little bit back here. We've got, who have we got?
Well, I think looks like we've got Sarah Maxey lining up. Is it Michelle Kimbler as well? Maybe?
Yep.
Oh, I don't
Let's
know.
have a look.
They're going back. I don't know.
Sarah Maxey, Helen Trehane there. Hi Yogi, thank you very much for watching. We'd love to know where you're watching from as well. And Annie Page. So
I've noticed a lot of paddlers have decided to opt for footwear on this one.
oh, have
Yeah,
they?
I've
Yes.
seen a lot of people have started putting shoes on, which I don't blame them.
Oh, I don't blame them at all, because running up and down this beach at speed, full pelting speed.
Before we can line, we'll ask you if you're ready. We'll get a 10-second warning then, and then we'll go at the end of the 10 seconds from a whistle, which sounds like this.
There you go, full demo. And they've got 2 heats each.
Yes.
2 heats each, and then the top 8 with their combined or best score, top 8 go through to the final, and the finals will be running from about 5 to 11, maybe a little bit later. We're running a little bit late, not by much, but everybody's super chilled on the
We're
beach.
around about 30 minutes behind
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So it may be around about 11 o'clock. So these ladies are ready. I always give her a big shout out, but Helen Trehane has been racing a red race board, inflatable board, for many, many years, and she always does incredibly
super
well.
well, doesn't she?
She's so strong, isn't she? She's so strong, and she.
Over a distance like this,
Yeah, exactly. You could easily.
you can get it. You can do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So there is Annie on the left there, and Helen on the right, and Sarah Maxey in the
well
middle,
done,
and that's
Sarah.
Sanova.
Yeah.
Beautiful board. So
That's
off they
that's
go.
the flat water board as well, isn't it? So
Yep. Carl Jenkinson, welcome. Lovely to see you watching. This is the more exciting day today, I think. There's Annie sort of jumping back on her board. She's chosen to go left.
she's going to take the wind to get it around, hopefully.
Yep. Oops. Slightly wobbly. So, and the 2 girls on the right.
But she's around.
Yeah, and Helen is.
Finished back. So we've got Helen Trehane here. Look, so she's really picking up some speed on that red board.
Yep. She is so fast. She's
Yeah.
such a strong girl, and she just quietly goes about her business. You know, there's no. I'm not sure she's got an Instagram or anything. I think she does have, but it's not a priority, I don't think, with Helen. It's just getting out there on the water to the local races where she can pitch up and do incredibly well. I mean, not far behind Annie at all. So, oops, don't fall in, Helen.
There we go. So
Okay.
1, 2,
Brilliant.
and 3. Great racing.
That's cool. But they've got another chance, you know, if they
Yes.
have a bit of a mare as well. They've got another chance to redeem themselves, so it'll be their best score out
But
of the
also,
2.
you always probably find that your second heat is always better than your first,
Yeah.
because you've got those nerves out the way. You know what the water's doing. You've felt it. You've done it.
Yeah.
You know what to expect, don't you? So
Absolutely.
it's amazing what your mind does between those heats, of those micro adjustments in your muscle memory and your mental stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'll probably find that that's a lot quicker the second time round.
Yep. So who's up next? Lydia.
Lydia
The
Clifton.
lovely Lydia. Michelle Kimbler.
Yeah.
Sonia Brotherton.
Holly
Holly
Pye.
and Gila.
Gila Joff, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There she is. Hello.
And we got
And Anna.
yes,
So we've got
she's
quite a
stepping
big
forward.
heat here.
Oh, no.
Oh no, they're just stepping forward. Okay, so Holly has done incredibly well this weekend. She won the distance, and she won her 200 metre straight line sprint this morning over Annie, just by less than a foot. It was so tight, that racing, and lovely to see 2 young ladies who are, really talented young paddlers, aren't they?
Absolutely, yeah, 100%. And it was interesting having a conversation with Annie Page yesterday after, when we interviewed her, saying that, she was really honest. She said, I'm a flat water paddler. She said, and I've got a lot to learn, but but she's got that surfing background, so she's got that balance. She's got that, she's got that sort of adaptability. And I think
Yes.
she's going to be awesome when she just keeps on plugging at the ocean stuff. She's going to be a force to be reckoned
She
with,
is,
for
and
sure.
she's very strong, very
Yeah,
strong
sure.
young lady.
Yeah.
Doing some good amount of training, I think.
So who we got? We got Holly, we got Gila, Michelle Kimbler.
Michelle Kimbler, Sonia Brotherton. Let's have
Oh,
a
we
peek
got,
round
we
here.
got BJ.
And VJ.
BJ, yeah.
Maybe not Sonia. So no leashes required. If you don't want to wear a leash for this, you do not have to. I mean, look at the conditions. They're literally out 75 metres. Martin's going to go off and see what's going on. Give Nat a hug. Wish her well for the next stage. She did incredibly well, Nat, yesterday. She's not raced much. I think she's done the head of the dart this year and this race. And she came second in the distance. She was absolutely delighted. Didn't know where she was in the grand scheme of things, and now she does. So good morning, Betsy, how are you? Loving your musings on all things water related. Yeah, thank you for chucking out some great content there, Betsy. So this is the GBSUP, the Paddlogger Falmouth Bay Open, part of the GBSUP series, sponsored by Black Project SUP. And we have got the sprints in action, so fast and furious. Really great to see these paddlers. The girls are off first. They've got 2 heats. They compete in 2 heats, and then the top 8 times go through to the final. So Martin,
Sorry, back with you.
you've just been and said good luck to your lovely Nat. How's she feeling?
I think she's debating whether to wear shoes or not, and I think that's her only issue at the minute.
Okay.
I think she's fired up for it. Yeah.
Good.
I think she's
Good girl.
all right. But, I don't think we'll be staying this afternoon because I think we've got a long drive.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
That's fair enough. So
Here we go.
off we go. Good morning, Gary.
I love Holly's focus. She's got that very
Oh, she has absolutely
focus.
got that focus.
Yeah, laser focus.
Definitely. So, nice line up there. Holly's
amazing.
up first. Amazing start by Holly.
Yeah.
And she's got Michelle Kimball on the right, Lydia Clifton on the right. Looks like Holly's going left. I think they could stand wherever they wanted. Michelle looks like she's going right. You've got BJ just behind her. And Gila at the back there. Not by much, and
So
anything
Michelle
can happen.
Kimbler getting that, that surfer, that kind of engaged paddle stance there. So what her left foot was seriously back against the front.
Yep, and
So-
she's an epic boy turn turner. She turns properly. There's no
Super
pussyfooting
well.
around. I saw that last year at the GBSUP National Championships at Bray Lake, and she was really on
Yeah.
point with that. And that's,
But look at her, look at the strokes. Both Holly and Michelle. Look, it's a very
yeah, and Holly's just
very
speeding
short,
up here.
very short stroke. High cadence, short stroke, just keeping that board moving the whole time. Oh, well done, Michelle. Well done, Holly. Nice. And we've got
Good job, good job.
Oops. Ooh.
BJ and Lydia, oh, you've seen that's what can happen. So if that was a final, Lydia could have taken it, but VJ took it and Lydia fell in the water. It's so easy for that to happen, isn't
Yeah,
it?
for sure,
It
yeah.
really is.
Yeah.
This is why this racing is very exciting.
But much, conditions-wise, are perfect for this today, aren't they? I mean, look at that flat water there. Absolutely pancake flat, little offshore. Brilliant.
Perfect for the paddlers, not so perfect for coverage. I'd like some waves.
You want to see some bumps, so yeah.
I want to see some bumps. I want to see a bit of a shore dump, shore break dump. So it makes it really exciting. So Martin, talk us through this heat. Who have we got?
So, I know the lady at the front. We got on the NSP. We got Nat Rendell here. Then we've got the wonderful Anna Little, Emily Evans right at the back. Who have we got now? Who's
Sonia
this one?
Brotherton,
Sonia
and this
Brotherton.
is Georgie Page. So
Georgie Page.
Annie Page's mum
Yeah.
has just rocked up on the SIC.
Oh, Annabelle.
And Annabelle Ewer as well.
Yeah,
Wow, nice heat.
So that board Annabelle's got, I'll just tell you this now, that is the NSP Cheetah. The serial number of that is 0001. That was the first one to ever be made. And I actually did a review on it out in Thailand, and I paddled it, and I did a review on that very board. So
I
that is the
remember that
first-
review. Yeah,
that's
that
the
was
first Cheetah to ever come off the production line.
Wow, and she's got it. She's got it. Well, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see how she goes. Yeah, go Georgie. So
So it's not very often that a brand actually designs a board for beach starts and accelerations, and that board's been designed purely to get off the line and glide.
okay,
So
and
that's why.
what are its qualities that make it do that, Martin?
It's just got, they've just shaped it pretty much with, because they've got surfing background there, and they make slippery boards. So they've basically brought some surfing-based technology into it, and the shape of it, just to literally, there's a slightly rounded nose on it, just to get it out into the water and to get it to glide for that extra metre and a half to get the advantage on a beach start.
Brilliant,
Yeah.
brilliant
So-
bit of techie information. Martin is incredible at the techie information. I'm all about the feels, and I know if it's good, if it works for me, I go, yep, that works.
But
and
I was really happy. I was in Thailand on the ocean, and that's a 21-inch board, and it kept me upright. So
yeah, good.
saying
Okay,
something.
the ladies are ready. They're creeping forward. Get those feet behind that line. They should have a rope. What they do in a lot of international races, they have a rope, and the foot has to be on the rope. Let's watch these ladies go.
Fired up.
Definitely fired up. That's just us. Off they go. Let's see Nat on this side. You've got Emily Evans on the other side. Oh, and she had a shocker at the start, actually.
Good.
She was ahead of herself, and then she stumbled. You've got Annabelle Ewer up there. Nat Rendell firing away there. And that is Sonia Brotherton has come off that brand new spangly board. But she's not been racing, she's not been doing this for a long, long time. So
there you go. Emily around the first buoy. So
nice.
She's taken the first turn. Nat taken the second so far, but no, not round yet. Bit of a bunch up on the left-hand side there. 3 boards all around the turn at the same time, nearly. So we've got Emily Evans. We've got Anna Little on the right. She's coming up pretty strong.
this is a good time from Emily, and you could see the difference that boy turn made. She did a proper boy turn, and it just gave her that leap forward. Nat coming up here with Anna Little. Nice little battle going on here. Who gets out of the water clean? Who gets up the beach clean?
Oh, easy.
Maybe ditch that leash.
I
Maybe.
did tell her to take a leash off.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
Georgie Page there, and Annabelle Ewer, and
Great
Sonia
stuff.
Brotherton. Brilliant stuff. So doesn't matter what position you come in at the moment, it's just your quickest time. Sorry, Martin.
It's okay. I've got
Treading on
another
your big feet with my big feet. So we on to the boys. So that was it for the ladies. That's fantastic. But yeah, the stones do not look helpful, that's for sure. Look at this water. Let me just show you the clarity of this water.
It's beautiful.
We could
isn't it?
be in the tropics.
Well, we are in the tropics.
We are.
It's I don't know. Well, it's not the North Sea where we paddle, put it that way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, and I do have to remember, thank you, Karen, for that. Anna was on an inflatable as well. So
She's a fit lady.
she's super fit.
Super fit lady.
Good morning, Ayuko. Yeah, she's a strong, strong lady for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So let's just check out. This looks like the Coast Guard.
Coast Guard, yeah.
So big up the Coast Guards. What an amazing job they do for us, looking after people on the ocean. It's great stuff. So
We've got the boys up now.
we've got the boys up, and we've got Sai in the water there with his camera. Those shots are going to be great, aren't they?
Oh, they're going to be amazing.
You know, of this beach start with him just there.
So the first time I came across a frog cameraman was at the APP in 2018, because they had some really big names there, didn't they? They had Casper, they had Kai, and I don't know, I can't remember. There's loads of
Connor
people.
Baxter.
Connor
they had
Baxter.
some huge names.
And then they
Absolutely.
had the frogmen in the water at the buoy turns, and
Yeah.
and to see them like ducking out the way under the water just in time before they get smacked around the head with the nose of a board. Yeah.
It's a skill, and they have to be really fit as well, don't they?
Yeah.
They have to be fit to do that job.
And be able to hold their breath.
Yes. Yeah. So we've got the boys here, just like Andrew Halliday here. We've got Paul Drake and young Joe Jones from Wales, who's qualified for the Welsh team.
Yeah.
Couldn't be it's great to have another young paddler who I did an interview with him and Emily about the Welsh qualifiers at Fishguard. Check it out on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, Sup Junkie Paddleboarding. And to see his face, the moment he mentioned stand-up paddleboarding, his face just lit up like a beacon. And that really excites me, that someone has got that passion for a new sport. He's a sort of ex-rugby player. I think the tie's coming and I'm just having to move to the right a little bit. Should really take my shoes off. So he's got that passion and that excitement, like a puppy dog, you know, wagging his tail. He loves it.
I had
and
a
he's
chat
very
with him
talented.
actually, because was his head of the darts. He was just telling me, because we were racing that, and there was a group of us that got off into the front train. So I think there was me, Bruce Smith, there was Charlie Wag, and there was Denzil, and we all got. Obviously we couldn't keep up with Hector, because Hector just kind of was off like in his own little world out the front. We had a big train going on, and Joe Jones was desperately trying to keep on the back of us. So. Is this helicopter again? Look at this, just impressive though, isn't it? To have.
Look how low that is.
Yeah.
Let's give him a wave.
Amazing.
Give him a wave. Woohoo! Amazing. We are so lucky. I mean, there are coast guards around the world, and we, them as well as the RNLI. We're very lucky to have those guys to pick up our pieces when we do something a little bit daft.
But just going back to Joe Jones, he was desperate to get onto the back of that train, and apparently he just he worked like a dog just to try and get onto the back of that train. He never quite made it, but when it got to the swell and everything else, the train split. That's where he took his advantage. That's where he actually overtook me within the last mile, and he beat me. So we were having a really good conversation about how that felt for him. But he said he was actually working like a dog, and he was so tired at that point. But that just goes to show, when you want it and you're dedicated and you have fun and you enjoy it, that's the result you get, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. No, that's a really great story to hear. Hi Cheryl Jones, thanks for watching. We've got the sprints in action. They're doing 2 heats each. We've had the ladies and we're just on to the men now, and they will do another round, and then their fastest time, the 8 top, go through to the final.
Do I
and
see
then we've
a
got
12'6"?
Razzle dazzle.
Yeah.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes, you do. We've got a very soft spot for that board.
At 12'6".
12'6".
12'6".
So there is no shame in riding a 12'6" for this race or the tech, because getting a 12'6" board around the buoy is a hell of a lot easier than a 14-foot board.
Getting a 12'6" up to speed as well. It's faster to turn.
Yeah, so let's see how he does. Good morning, Gary. Gosh, is it morning still? It is.
And of course, you know why a 12'6" became the board of choice, don't you? Like back in the day.
Tell us.
So 12'6" was the only size foam blank you could get, to make a board. They didn't make a bigger foam blank.
Okay.
So that's why the 12'6" came about, because by the time they'd wrapped it in carbon or wood or whatever, the general size was 12'6". So they made boards to the size of the foam blank available, and also they were made specifically for Battle of the Paddle Star races, so ocean tech racing, because they're quick and they turn easy.
Yeah.
So 14 foot's good over distance, 12'6" is fast over short stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's a great little insight there to the creation of the 12'6" board. We did always wonder, and it was always the race of the day when I was racing it. 12'6" was some major class that you raced in. I never had a 12'6". I always had a 14-foot. That was the board I bought. It just happened to be there. Still got it. 14-foot starboard, all-star. Love it to bits. We'll never get rid of it. But yes, in my day, 12'6" was the race class, wasn't it, to win?
I think my first ultra distance race was done on a 12'6" Nisco, 12'6" by 30 inflatable at 72 kilometres. I got third, ripped my intercostal muscles.
Right, here they go. Andrew Halliday on the left there, and James Little in the middle, and Paul Drake on the right-hand side. Joe Jones on the right there. Kevin Jackson.
Good old Kevin Jackson.
Kevin is just out there racing, as much as he can. Got to keep moving, got to keep moving. That was our mantra.
Look at that.
James Little there around that first buoy.
No problem at all.
Nice,
You know,
looks
that board
incredibly
doesn't
relaxed.
even know he's on it.
No,
Is it? You know? Brilliant.
definitely not. Well done, James. Nice to see him back on the water. So I first interviewed the Little family at... Oh, someone's plopped in there.
Yeah.
The Little family at the NWF GBSUP race in 2018. Probably one of my first interviews I did. Didn't know what I was doing.
Was that the one in Rutland?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
There we
Well
go.
done, James.
Nice.
Nice one.
Very nice, James. Andrew Halliday,
Andrew Halliday.
second.
Paul Drake.
Paul Drake, third. Nice. But doesn't matter what position, because the next heat could be incredibly slow. The razzle dazzle coming in there.
That's it.
Whoop. Kevin
Yes.
just thinking he's going to get smushed there.
Well done, Andy.
Well done. Yeah, I would not be wearing a leash in this race, just in case I had to run for that line and I forgot to unhook
Well,
my
as the
leash.
tides come in, of course, you can actually paddle your nose up to the board, up to the line. at the
Yeah,
moment.
yeah.
I wonder when they're going to notice that and actually move the flag.
When they all get wet feet, because I'm getting wet feet. Right,
Who
the
we
OG,
got?
Dave Ewer, Daddy
Dave
Ewer. Ollie from
Saltwater
Sup.
And also we've got from Saltwater Sup. I'm just trying to remember everybody's name.
Yeah, exactly. Not an easy job for us. We've got Tom Price-Davis on the right there, Steve Lynn on the NSP, and is
Jeff
this
Carr.
young Jeff Carr, thank you, and young Blue Ewer putting his board down. Not sure if he's in this heat, but let's have a look.
Oh, he's taking his top off.
Taking his top off,
ready.
so he probably is. He's got a international race vest on there.
Oh, that's the vest from Barcelona. Euro Tour
is it?
Barcelona a few
Okay.
weeks ago. Yeah,
Cool.
I've got one. Didn't get worn very much.
Yeah, woohoo to James Little, Karen Hayes. Great to see him back on the water. He's such a young talent, and he's got a lovely new board, which you'll know all about. And yeah, he's a prestigious talent. We'd like to see him on the water more, please. But he's going for selection races, so let's hope he achieves his goal this weekend.
I was chatting to Dave Ewer this morning, and he said he's brought the Astron board just because it's a safe bet. He said it's a safe bet.
Good. Well,
Which is wise, isn't it?
yeah,
wise.
Absolutely. You got to choose the board for the situation.
He's a powerful guy.
He's
a
very
guy. He hasn't got to go very far.
Nope.
But if you're stable on a board, you're going to be able to apply power, aren't you? So
Absolutely.
good call.
Good call. Knows what he's doing. Great waterman, Dave Ewer.
I'd love it if he actually beat his son. I tell you what, let's all root for Dave to beat Blue.
I'm sure Blue would not be happy. Well, let's see how we go. Interesting to have father and son in the same round. That's a very good point, Martin. So, someone in the middle there looks quite ahead of the others, but it's not been picked up, and off they go.
There we go.
Oh, look at Blue.
Oh, wow.
So smooth. But Dave, you're up second, so good for him. But Blue is just
He's
on
powering
another
away, isn't he? My
level.
goodness.
There is no way that Daddy Ewer is beating his son today.
I think Daddy Ewer's going to get second.
Daddy Ewer's doing well. You've got Tom Price-Davis on the right there, actually, who is
Wow,
paddling
look
up
at
nice and
Blue.
strong. Straight round that buoy turn, no messing. Dave Ewer the same, going the other way, but look at
I
that
think it's going
turn.
to be a father and son 1-2.
Oh, I hope so. I hope
do.
so.
I really do.
Yeah, yeah. If he can get the power down now, but look at the technique from Blue Ewer. Snappy paddling,
But look at
so
the board
fast.
skimming.
Yeah, yeah, planing over the
Yeah.
water. Amazing. Good round of applause for Blue. Streaks ahead, but
Oh, there's a few bumps coming in.
Daddy Ewer might. Yes, there are. Daddy Ewer may well take second. Come on, Daddy Ewer! You!
Yes.
Legend.
And then Ollie.
Ollie third. Ollie will be delighted with that. Well done, Ollie. And Tom Price-Davis, getting in the way of Steve Lynn. Good job. This isn't the final.
Father and son 1-2.
Yeah,
Love it.
Love it.
Obviously,
stuff.
Dave taught Blue everything he knows.
Quite right. Quite right. Good morning, Rain. Good morning, Liz. Good stuff, eh? Well done, Ollie. It was hard. You did well, though. Did well. Okay, another round of the boys. think I only recognise one of these guys, Denzel, with the orange top on. You might have to help me out with some recognition here, because we've got
crikey,
Sav
okay.
coming in as well. Denzel with the orange top on, but
You
the
know
other side.
Denzel's great on the water though, like on the ocean. He's a professional kite surfer.
So he knows water.
He knows water, yeah. So yeah, I didn't know this about Denzel until he beat me, and I looked him up, and I went, "Well, no, the wonder," you know. So he's yeah. So, but also, you know, he's a very powerful. He's low in his stature, which obviously helps for sprint racing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm thinking Denzel's going to do really well. Sav's
Yeah.
obviously going to do really well because he's got some pretty fancy footwork there, hasn't he?
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
And he paddles on this stuff the whole time.
Yeah.
We've also got Hector here in the blue hat. Hector Jessel.
Do you know I didn't recognise him?
No, that's
Bless
because
him.
he's in disguise.
He's definitely in
yeah,
disguise.
he's just chilling out.
He is. He looks he's got a chilled vibe. Oh, thank you, darling.
Ooh.
Do you want to pop
Thank
that
you, sir.
in? My husband has just bought a lead, which will hopefully sort out any kind of problem we have with power. So we might just stick that baby in. Now, in the big pocket, there should be one of the little battery things, maybe actually. So some good, exciting stuff here. What a beautiful day. Not as cold as it was earlier.
Sure.
And that could probably just sit in the backpack, actually.
Is that on
That
now?
should
Do
be
you know
just-
this? Turn it on.
Nope.
There's an on button here, look. There's on there.
Okay, here we go. So I do believe that Denzel currently, as of before yesterday, was lying in first place in the series standings. I think I said that to you yesterday, didn't I,
yeah,
Martin?
sorry, yeah.
So we've got Sav, Denzel, Hector.
Oh, it's good. My money's on Hector, to be honest.
Yes.
Not that I have any money.
Oh, scraping those poor boards or the fins.
I know. When I practice beach starts, I always put my stunt fin on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good idea. Well, there's Hector straight out there and Sav on his tail. Looks like
Yeah.
they're all heading to the left, boy.
They're all going left, aren't they?
Yep, this could
Maybe
be a...
apart from the guy on the beautiful colours of that Maliko.
Yeah. Oh, Hector had a wobble there. So,
But look at Sav. He's got, he's such
Yeah.
good on his turns, isn't he?
yep. Yeah, so Hector, Sav for the moment. That boy turn on the right, the wind is really pushing
Really
it away,
pushing
isn't it?
across,
So,
yeah.
whoops. Just trying to back up from the water that's coming in. So Hector, Sav, nice, very nice. Good job.
Oh, skills.
Well done. Great skills. Nice. We've got a good little crowd watching. It's lovely, this kind of racing, because everybody's waiting for their turn, and so they're watching and really
This is
appreciating.
the fun of the sprint race, isn't it? Because you could get so close to the action, and you're in it, and everybody's standing on the beach, and
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Denzel had a swim, I think. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's a shame. He'll be gutted about that,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
but the board Denzel's on as well. What year is that one? Because that's going to be like when did they start doing dugout all stuff? Because they used to be relative flat deck, didn't they? Until around about like 1920 or something like that. They went to dugout.
1920, not 1920.
No, not in 1920. I know Starboard are like pretty innovative and ahead of their time, but
Oh, getting proper wet feet here. Yeah, it's coming in, so we're not going to be able to stand on the line
so-
now.
we got see Dave, you were lining up already. We have got people I recognise, obviously Eric Amanda.
Yep. James Rowe, just here on the yellow base
James
up top.
Rowe.
Hugh Price Davis.
Yeah.
Will Keatley.
Yeah,
And that looks like it. So why is Dave you are in this heat again? Because this is the second round of heats for the
second
men.
round of heats. Yeah. And also it's Dave Ewing, you do what he likes.
Yeah. So we will be watching these boys with interest, and let's see who.
So some definite swell picking up. Look now, the water's coming in. So we're mid tide now, I guess.
Yeah, I'm tempted to take my shoes off, but the last time I did that, I had had my shoes nicked from the beach.
Did you?
Yeah, 2 pair in France.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the French for you.
Yeah.
They'll have anything.
And my Sup Junkie sweatshirt as well. So someone's wearing a nice old school Sup Junkie sweatshirt.
What, like this one?
No, not as good as that
that's
one.
not one
No.
older than this one.
With a hood. But
okay.
that
logo?
That logo,
Yeah.
definitely. Right. So you've got Will on the far side. He didn't race yesterday. He just pitched up for the racing, the tech and the sprints. So he will be trying to qualify for sure for the tech, I'm guessing.
Dave's going again? I think he's about to tell his dad you're not in this one.
Yeah.
It wobbles. Well done, Sam.
Okay, come on, Dave, you are. Hi, Alistair, how are you? Look at this sunshine, we're so lucky today. And we are Alistair Swinscoe,
Oh, Mr.
your
Swinscoe.
buddy.
Oh, do you know what? Beautiful man. Morning, Alistair.
Beautiful man you are.
Yeah.
Beautiful couple.
Yes.
So, we have got the sprints, 2 rounds each. This is the final of the men's heats, and then they'll all go again. And the best time out of their 2 heats, 8 of them will go through to the final. And the final will be crazy bonkers, hey?
Yeah.
Right, we're going to watch these guys go off. James Rowe on the left here, Hugh Price-Davis, Eric Amanda, and Will Keatley. And I don't recognise the man on the inflatable. Oh, look at Will!
It's not my Will. He was listening.
He was away, absolutely. James Rowe on the left.
I think Will was he wasn't listening, he was just using the force, I think, wasn't he?
Yeah,
So-
definitely, definitely.
Brilliant.
So Will has chosen to go right, and he's got a pretty good turn. He's straight round that boy. Beautiful. Oh! So James Rowe will have a lot of support here today because you've got the whole of the base up crowd, but Will is, if nothing, determined. He in Wales he made a mistake.
That right hand side isn't working, is it?
No.
Yeah.
So come on, Will. Well done, James. Fantastic racing.
Hey.
Good job. So Will, not happy about that at all. Hugh, well done. Whoa! Nice bit of drama there. Good man. Needs to be careful at his age, falling over like that. Hi, Alpin, and hi, Jackie Edwards. Well done, Hugh. Good stuff. So that was tough. That was tough.
Right.
So I think everything's being moved back, so we have a little bit of dry feet syndrome, make it easier for the guys to start. So you could see the big difference there between going left and right on the boy turns.
So just having a little discussion about left and right there, and I was thinking the right isn't working because the wind is, you look at the flags, it's blowing cross offshore, right? So if you're going out and you've got to bring
Almost cross, I mean look
almost,
at it.
yeah. But when you go to the right one, in my view, you're already being pushed out towards that big container ship over there, aren't
Yep.
you? So, and then you've actually got to you've got longer to bring that nose around into that wind. And by the time that's happened, it's actually blown you further away
And
from
you've
the
got to
buoy.
make your way back to the flags, whereas the left one, it seems if you get a good clean turn, you're then being blown back.
Almost blown back
Yeah.
towards the flags,
Yeah.
But these guys behind me were just saying that actually the left one seems to be, as the board's going up, it seems to be stalling the boards. But I'm thinking, my personal view is you can get that nose up, it's actually going to help you to do a tighter turn because it's going to help you keep the nose up. The wind's going to be underneath it and help you keep it. But
Yeah, and the fallers have actually been on the right.
on the right-hand side,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Hey, but I'm not out there, so.
I'm not out there either. Yeah.
Okay, here's a poll, quick poll, everybody put on there. If you were looking out at this marker buoy now with the wind going cross offshore, would you turn left or right? Let's have L for left, R for right.
Yeah,
Go.
so there's the flag for your
What would you do?
guidance. You've been watching this for a little while. Yeah, what would you do? What would you do? I would be going left because that's my better turn.
Yeah.
My turns are not brilliant anyway, but I would be going left for sure. Interesting. Let us know what you guys would do. We'd love to know. Bruce, Karen, anybody out there who races or who likes to practice a buoy turn.
You know, there's no prizes, it's just for fun.
Yeah, just for fun. We just want to know. We just want to big you up.
Yeah.
So
There you
the
go.
flags are all being, the flag is being moved. Left, Andrea. Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
my
I'm with
shout
you.
too.
Definitely left. It's where the majority seem to have gone, and as we say, the right hand have been where the fallers, they've had fallers. But yes, look at these conditions. Fabulous. So this is all being moved back, so more stones to run on. We've had lots of scraped fins.
Oh yeah.
The noise is
Noses.
just...
Yeah. Step back enough to lift it in. That wind's getting really gusty actually.
It is actually, so it's now a little bit more offshore. Where's the other flag gone? Oh, there it is.
And they're having to keep relocating the turn buoys as well because I think the wind is picking up a little bit.
Yes, so the more, if they move this back 5 yards, they've got to move the buoy.
Got buoys
Boys
5
in
yards back, yeah.
5 yards, so it can't be unfair. It's all got to be fair.
All got to be fair.
All got to be fair,
Yeah.
for sure.
Or else, because we're Brits, we'll have a little moan. But if it was the French having a moan, it'd be far worse, wouldn't it? they get very passionate. Don't they?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know why I've said that.
Oh, Andrea, sorry, right. Okay. No, that's true, actually, you are, yeah. So, Bruce, it's not really sprint, it's more of a mini tech race for me. Sprinting should be all out speed. Yeah, there is this, well, obviously they had the qualifier yesterday. They did have the 200-metre sprint, but that was really difficult in the conditions that they had to absolutely make it fair. The boys managed it well, and the girls didn't, so they were rerun this morning. I mean, yes, if it was run today, they might be running it as was originally planned, right to left, straight line sprints. What we love for straight line sprints is a pontoon, don't we? So you can be held and there's no jumping the gun or anything. Yeah, but this is a mini tech race. Okay, let's call it that, Bruce, and then we've got the bigger tech race this afternoon.
Yeah.
So, it's all good fun. But it's good to watch, isn't it? It's good to watch. Good fun to watch. I think the paddlers like it. It's gut busting, isn't it? For
Yeah.
what,
But,
a minute?
I'm going to elaborate on that one really, because when you go off to Europe, you do the Euro Tour races, and you're doing like all the stuff, all the world stuff. If it's an ocean-based event, the sprints are generally out back around a market buoy, aren't they?
Yep.
So I don't think this one's too far out of remit on a worldwide stage. Thailand was really cool because that was a 200-metre straight line lane sprint on flat water at the Royal Thai Navy Rowing Lake, which is an amazing location. But I think on an ocean location, I think it is generally out and back.
Yep, definitely. And there are places for each, aren't there? They're both, they're both really exciting. I never used to think flatline sprints were exciting, but oh my goodness, they are. They definitely are. Huh? Hanging off the back of the van.
Yeah, Thailand was amazing because, of course, it was on the rowing lake, a bit like Nottingham, Home Pier Pont as well, where everybody could actually run along. In fact, I think I was on a scooter. Somebody lent me a big scooter, and I was like scooting along the course, filming it, because you can go right alongside. So that's the real cool thing about a flat straight line lake, lanes,
Body of
facility.
water. Yep.
Because you can actually pan the action as you go. You can be there at the start, middle, and the finish. Which is great.
Yeah. I remember Mark Price doing that very thing at Home Pier Pont and being on his one wheel. I think he was the first person I knew to get a one wheel. He was running along there, filming it. That is exciting stuff, isn't it? The straight line sprinting.
Yeah, and also what I loved about Home Pier Pont, of course, is that you've got the buckets.
Oh, the buckets.
Everybody thinks it's the dreaded buckets, doesn't it? The nose killers of your board. So You know, a bucket is a piece of metal, a round sort of bucket with a V cut out in the front of it, and literally you stick your nose of the board into that V, and it holds your board in position, so everybody's in position. And then if they're all on hydraulics, and you get a light system, you get like a red, amber, green, and as soon as the green goes, the buckets on the hydraulics disappear under the water, and then you are off. And that is so exciting.
If you haven't done it, I mean, it became the obsession for that race, didn't it? If you'd never done it before, you were obsessed by the buckets.
Yeah.
I did try and jump start the bucket once. You can't
Did
do
you?
that. Yeah, you can't do that. You're trapped in the bucket. But once you've had a go, you just go, oh, this is really cool. It's a fair start for everybody, isn't it?
It's a fair
You've
start.
just got to, if it's windy, you've just got to be able to keep your board straight.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you get that sort of like little bit of side wind on a bucket start, it pins the nose in but throws the back out. So you've got to try and keep that board in line until that bucket disappears under the water. But it's the noise it makes as well. You know, you see it goes red, amber, green.
Yeah.
It makes this really cool noise, and then you were really off. So as far as like getting the adrenaline going,
Oh, it was it was
for
massive,
sure.
wasn't it? It was massive.
Thailand was a bit different. They didn't have that, but they did have a floating pontoon with volunteers. I felt for the volunteers. It was like 35 degrees, and they're standing out on this pontoon all day for like it was something like 100 rounds to go through, and they're lying down and they're holding the backs of the boards
To make sure that no one's going anywhere.
Yeah, and also a lot of the paddlers really struggled with that. I know I was chatting to Marie because there was a bit of a side wind there, and I think it's better to have the nose pinned to try and control the back end of the board than it is to actually have the back of the board somebody holding it, because it's rigid.
Yeah.
So trying to hold and get your balance, and there's so many people losing balance because they couldn't move the boards to keep their balance. So that was really, really tough in Thailand.
Yeah.
Super tough. Yeah.
So the challenges, aren't they, for every kind of racing that we do? And Bruce has just mentioned the yesterday's race for the ladies, and yes, it was once that drone footage, Bruce, had been looked at, and it was deemed that it was a full start. It was an easy decision to say, let's rerun it. It has to be. Doesn't matter who wins, it has to be fair.
That's the key, isn't it?
Yeah.
That it's fair for everyone,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
So the rerun this morning was short and sweet, very exciting, very, very close. Really, really good stuff.
I don't know about you, Sarah, but it's blue sky where we are now. But if you look over there, look.
Oh yeah, is this coming?
We've got a little bit of a.
That's not in the forecast today.
That was not the menu.
The forecast is this all day long, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Blue sky.
I think it's temporary.
Temporary. Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Well, if it rains, we'll all be heading over there to the.
Oh, Marie's here. Is she playing? I don't know if she's playing. Oh, she's got a.
Well, she's got a kit on, so she is. Wow.
Did you see Marie yesterday? Just after she'd raced, she just went out and had some fun foiling.
She did. She had a lovely time.
Yeah, she's like a kid in a sweet shop.
Yeah,
isn't she?
perfect weather for that. No, she does love it. She's.
Start the final. Men's ice up, ladies 40-foot hardboard and ice up, and then the men's hardboard to finish, okay?
I think that's for tech racing.
Tech racing.
First wave starting in 2 minutes.
Okay, so this is round 2. So
Marie being in this round and not any of the first rounds?
yeah, I don't know how that works.
Unless she pre-qualified for the second heat in the race? I don't know.
No,
I've got
don't think
idea.
so.
No. All I heard was that there's going to be a break. That means we can have a coffee.
Exactly. Go and ask Nat what's going on. Well, Nat, no. Go and ask Nat. Or Holly.
She hasn't got any hearing.
Okay. Let's see what's going on, because Marie didn't paddle in the first heat, so she won't have a time. But then maybe that doesn't matter as long as she's got a time. I'm not sure, so we're just about to find out. Maybe she just wasn't here. Wasn't sure she was going to race today, Marie, but she's on the water again. So you got Tom Hicks there on the red race board, and he is just going to be out and about, checking that everybody's keeping an eye on those boys out there, because they've moved closer together, it looks like. Yeah, let's see what's going on. So we're thinking that this is round 2 of the sprints. Ladies first, then the men, and then they will have their number crunching to see who goes through to the final. And the finals will be amazing. We know that because of the quality of the paddlers here today. So the weather, yeah, that dark cloud is just going to blow over, for sure, for sure. We're confident. The water, look at the water. Look at it, super clean, super clear, beautiful. Lots of paddlers down here. You've got the Gillenvays Surf Life Saving Club who are out here on the weekends, probably in the week as well, on the surf skis, on the prone boards, practice, practice, practice. We went to a wonderful Indian restaurant last night, and the young lady who was serving us used to belong to the Surf Life Saving Club, and she said it was just too competitive for her. Very, very competitive. But yes, it wasn't for her, but she enjoyed her couple of years there.
Okay, first line to the line, please.
Okay. Just bending my back over just to give it a bit of movement.
So Marie is in this race because she just couldn't stand watching.
Okay, so she'll get a time, will she? Or is she just doing this for
I
fun?
think she's just doing it for a bit of fun,
Okay,
to be honest. Yeah.
so Anna Little, Marie, Holly Pye, Helen Trehane. Let's see how these girls go. But yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? You watch, off they go. You watch, and you just go, do you know what? I'm loving it, and I want to be involved. So Holly, probably just ahead of Marie. Let's see which turns they're going to go for. I think Holly went left last time.
I think she did, yeah.
Looks like
so
she's
they're
going
both
left
going
again.
left, I think. But Marie's got the inside line, so what's she
Oh, I
gonna
think
do?
she's just a bit
she's
behind.
gonna take that.
Definitely.
But then what Marie's
Nice
doing
turn.
here, she's going to try and take the inside, I think. Is she? Or she's just following?
Yeah, I think she's just following.
Just following, yeah.
Yeah. So Helen on the right there.
I still think it's harder to turn on that right marker movie.
Yeah, definitely.
They're just sort of like being blown back into the centre again.
So we've got a young man called Alan Shearer watching. Now, I guess that's not the football player.
Well, it could be, couldn't it?
It could be.
Yeah.
Here we go. We've got Holly coming in, so that this will be her round 2. And well done to her.
Well done,
Good
Holly.
job.
Yeah. Well done, Marie.
Marie, well done, Marie. Just couldn't keep away. She really wasn't feeling it this morning, but she's watched the other girls and thought, nope, I'm coming to play.
Yeah.
Well done.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's suddenly got quite chilly, hasn't it?
yeah, but it's that grey cloud has actually blown over, and I
Yeah.
think the sun will be out very, very soon.
I think we're getting cold due to lack of caffeine.
Lack of caffeine,
Yeah,
lack of food, definitely.
So, who have we got now? We've got
Sheila.
Sheila's up on the line. Michelle.
Michelle.
Kimbler.
Yeah.
We've got Nat Rendell.
So yeah, it doesn't. You just got to go absolutely all out, flat out, to get that time, to get that good time.
Sheila's just saying, "You're going to go left or right?" And that's gone. I don't know.
Good girl, good girl. Yeah.
It's like every time people ask her, they say, "Are you racing today?" She goes, "No, I'm just going for a paddle." That's it.
Second wave, this is Taylor, Gillen, Louise, Michelle Kepler, Natalie Randall, and Roger.
Oh, so Louise Court.
Court, yeah.
Where is Louise? Is she playing or is she not playing?
I haven't.
Looks like she's not playing. Okay.
Okay,
I'm
here
just
we
gonna
go.
video this one as
yeah,
well.
do that, do that. Right, so this is their round 2. Nat Rendell on the near side here. Sheila, Sonia, Michelle Kimbler. Off they go. So Michelle up and Adam, and she's really good around the boy turn. So you just watch her. Nat's there pushing ahead. She's so strong. Look at Nat, just creeping up away from those other 2 girls. Good for her. So looks like Michelle is going to go on the right boy turn. Again, that probably is her favoured turn. But let's just see how far she gets pushed down to the right, if at all, because her turn is so good. Famous last words, but she's going to turn right round. Look at that, right round before she paddles off again. Nat's taking a cautious approach there, but she's still in second place. So come on, Nat, get your skates on. Michelle Kimbler there on the right.
I know Nat's not ridden that board for 7 months. The first time she's been on since Thailand, so
good for her. She's
Michelle Kimbler's
doing well. Yeah, Michelle's got that super turn, and that makes all the difference for these.
Who's that on the choke
results.
stroke there? We've got
Sonia Brotherton.
Sonia Brotherton on
Yep.
the choke stroke, yeah.
Nice finish there from Michelle. Well done. Nat Rendell in second place. That's it, leave that board there. Sonia Brotherton in third. She fell in the first heat. And then Sheila in fourth place. Well done, ladies. Good job. Good job.
That was cool, wasn't it?
Very, very cool. How are you, honey? Good. Yeah? Good. Good. Did you see that money?
Yes, I did.
You know who that was for?
I've seen them, yeah.
Yeah. No. No. Right, round 2. Round 2 of the ladies. Lydia Clifton, VJ, Sarah Maxey, Emily Evans and Annabelle Ewer.
Yeah, VJ and
Lydia.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. This is going to be good.
Okay, come on, let's have some. Come on, guys, predictions on this lineup.
Yeah,
give
come on,
Give
give
us
us
a
your-
1, 2, 3. Give
Come
us
on,
a 1, 2,
Andrea.
3.
Give us a 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. So,
In an
Annabelle
ideal world.
Ewer, Emily Evans,
Sarah Maxey, Georgie, Paige, Lydia Clifton and VJ. What do you think, Andrea? No pressure.
1, 2, 3. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna go Emily Evans.
Yep. VJ.
VJ, and
Possibly
I'm gonna go Lydia. Yeah.
We're on the same page there. Yep.
Look at Emily's actually talking her way through it. You can see she's actually been mouthing and actually doing some hand actions and talking herself through her start.
Emily, VJ, Georgie. For Andrea.
Emily, VJ,
Georgie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Emily does do that. She focuses on the race. She's got some great ideas about. She's done this before. She's a world champion in
But it's
another water sport. But it's
visualisation,
visualisation.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, look at these girls. Emily in there and up. She didn't have a good
straight
start.
up.
Lydia up second. VJ,
Yeah.
yep, not as quick as the other girls. So Emily in first place. VJ, Georgie. Our predictions might be wrong.
They could be
Let's
wrong,
see how
they?
we go.
Lydia's been working super hard on her beach starts as well. She's been working with Ginny on getting the beach starts better.
Nailed.
And,
Yeah.
Yeah, and Lydia's just doing super well at the moment.
She is. She had a chat with me. She said thank you so much for saying the things I said about her yesterday, which was very much in that vein. And she said
There we go.
it's
Look at-
validation for what she knows she's doing herself.
Yeah.
When other people notice, but look at the lead.
So
that Emily
I
has.
think our predictions are right.
Yep.
I think they're right. You know, maybe not the 2 and 3, but we've got the first 3 people for
Well,
sure.
I think VJ is going to overtake Lydia for sure.
Well, look
Annabelle
at
here, look at this.
so VJ's paddle stroke, higher cadence, but
But
Lydia's
look at Lydia's
pushing.
so
Lydia's
strong.
pushing.
Lydia's not having
Yeah,
it.
Annabelle Ewer as well. So.
Oh, she did it
Come on,
again.
Lydia, come on.
Lydia did it again. She fell on the first round as well. Awesome stuff.
That was a great race.
That was a
superb.
really, really good race. And
Yeah.
these,
But predictions were right.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go.
So thank you, Andrea. Yeah, it's really exciting, isn't it? And I bet you have got FOMO. Next time, my lovely, next time.
Oh, and Andrea, I'm sorry, I have got a voicemail, a voice note or a message there from you, which I haven't looked at yet, so my apologies. We've been super busy driving and stuff, but I will get back to you shortly. So speak to you soon, my lovely.
It's great, isn't it? Live feed, communication. It's good. So we're back to the boys. We've got a few heats, and then it'll be the calculations for who is going to be in the final. So again, we can make those predictions,
Yeah.
but it just depends on the time for each heat, doesn't it?
Yes.
Because we don't know that at the moment. Only Scotty knows what's going on there. So
Well, we hope.
we yeah, he pretty much has got this nailed. James Rowe is up there sunbathing and doesn't realise that he's in this.
But
in
this is
heat.
what I was saying earlier about the younger guys. You know, they've just got such a relaxed attitude, haven't they? Yeah. You know, they're just
Professional but relaxed.
Yeah, but for them, this is just playtime.
Yeah.
This is playtime.
Yeah. Yep. So James won his last heat. So you've got Denzel here. He fell in his last heat. Steve Lynn, James Rowe, Paul Drake.
Yeah. Actually, Paul Drake wearing a very cool T-shirt. Actually,
Paddle. Oh,
that's the
Ultra.
the Norfolk Broads Ultra 2022, the last one. That T-shirt's worth something now.
with some moolah, as is your T-shirt.
Yeah.
Your old Sup Junkie logo. Right, let's watch these boys. But we'll talk to Martin shortly about the Ultra and why it was cancelled.
Dry side up, Denzel. Dry side up. Good start by Denzel.
Great
Look at that.
start.
And James Rowe up straight away.
Whoop. So Denzel has got a point to prove
A
for
lot
sure.
tighter this race, isn't it?
Very much so. Yeah. Yeah.
So James Rowe hitting up.
Yeah, he's got a good
turn
turn.
first. Denzel in second.
Yeah.
Paul Drake on the right.
Nice. Oh, look at. Oh, is that through his legs? No. Yes, it
Oh,
was. Nice skills.
yeah.
Nice skills.
Come on, Denzel.
That's great. We like to see that. So James is doing really, really well here. Denzel in second place.
Yeah. Paul Drake third. Which is good.
Yep. Hi, Adrian.
Oh,
Hi,
you
Sam.
see, he nearly missed the flag there. He looked up at the last minute and went, "Oh, the flag's over there."
Well done, James.
Yes.
Nice. So, oh, Denzel didn't cross the line.
Oh no.
Dear, oh dear. Goodness me, in the heat of the moment, you just forget the basics and what you should do. Do not stop and go back for your board. Run across the line. Oh gosh.
I'll just think of my mouth.
Hi Nikki. Thanks for dropping in and watching. We've had some really exciting sprints here, but we do have the finals to come. So if you haven't been watching these and watched all the fun, then you can watch the finals very, very soon. So that was exciting. Very exciting. And Denzel, who finished in second place and didn't run across the line, went back for his board.
So Andy Halliday, the king of selfie shots, even got his GoPro on when he's racing. Look, there we are. Just if you go onto his Insta feed, probably tomorrow, there'll be a lot of pictures of Andy racing today.
Yeah.
Pretty hot on the old Insta shots.
So look at this lovely weather. Let's just pan around and show you the sparkly sea. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What a great spot for
There's
an
a rather
event.
gorgeous man standing to my left as well.
Is
I mean,
there?
look at him. I mean, what do you reckon?
Oh yes,
Come on. Bit of a hunk, isn't he?
bit of a hunk. And he's my hunk. Okay, here we go.
Cold, Will? Yeah, you alright? Just smack me up the backside, that's alright. You cold?
Oh, I'm just keeping my muscles warm.
Yeah.
I fell in the water in my last seat. I fell in round a buoy.
Well, what you need
Yes,
is
that
a
was
few more pies.
unusual for you, wasn't
Yeah, get a
it?
little bit more bioprene going on.
A little bit of bio.
So another couple of heats and then we'll be through to the finals.
Oh, dear.
A little break while they sort the scores on the doors. Right, Andrew Halliday here. We've got... oh, interesting. Let's see what
What's that?
James Little is riding.
Oh, he's on his loco in...
He's gone onto the super skinny loco board.
That's
which-
like 19 inches.
It is 19 inches and
Yeah.
it's a board that he used to ride. He's
Yeah.
outgrown it, but he's chosen to use it for this
If you
event.
look at the back, it's super pointy as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, he's away. Come on then. Look at the board move though. Yeah, he's away.
That is a cracking board if you can ride it. That's an interesting choice. Well done,
Yeah.
James. I wonder when he last rode that board.
Yeah. You would have thought that board actually turns too well with that pintail. The stability.
Yeah, but look at him go on it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see from the front on, it's tiny. I mean, we're used to skinny boards, but that
Yeah.
is super skinny. But I guess he knows that he's dialed into that board, isn't he? And even though he's grown,
But he's had that for years.
he
though,
has had it
hasn't
for
he?
years.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a sort of 12 to
Look at
13.
it glide as well. It
Yeah,
glides
it's
on
beautiful, beautiful. Well done, James. Good job. Andrew Halliday second.
the- Well done, Andy.
Good job. Tom Price Davis. That's it. Protect that board.
And that was the colour of them. Jeff Carr finishing up there. But the Nashville Eco, what a board, right? That board's been around for how many years now in its sort of current form?
Yep.
And the colour scheme was never as good as the tribal one. So the yellow, the red with the tribal kind of things on it. I think that was such a great design.
Yep, definitely. And that's the board that I had.
Yes.
That
Did you sell it?
Sarah Perkins bought it.
Did she?
It'll never go because it's got medals on it.
Yeah.
That
You see,
board.
I had one of those as well, and I sold it. Wish I'd never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Casper rode it at the 2019 sprints in London. In that awful
Oh.
sewer
Yeah.
shopping trolley alley.
Yeah.
Great racing, but not a great venue. Yes, Andrea, you know all about the Niscos, don't you? You know all about those boards. We do love them. We've got a very soft spot for them. And Casper actually chose to use my board over the board that he had for that current year. He went, oh no, your year is much better. I prefer that.
And also, that Casper had custom boards as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Who have we got? Amanda, Sav, Joe Jones on the far right.
Yeah.
Not sure who this gentleman is. Off they go. Oh!
Sav is away, followed by Eric. Oh, do you know? I must.
Joe Jones on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? When you're actually sprinting and you think you've got a high cadence, and then you look at it afterwards, you haven't, have you?
No.
You know, you think
no.
you're actually doing 60, 70 strokes a minute, and
Absolutely.
actually it looks really slow. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Joe is off.
Joe's off.
Didn't he fall in the last round?
I think he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
On that same that same turn
yes.
as well. Actually.
Maybe that's his better turn, but I think the wind has dropped down.
Yeah,
So
the
well
wind
done,
has dropped.
Sav. Good paddling. Nice. Very nice. Good boy.
Well done, Sav.
Well done, Sav. Good job. Nice.
That Edge Pro kicking up some wake actually.
Yeah, definitely. Well done, Eric. Good job.
Oops.
Joe Jones.
Oh.
Joe Jones. Well done.
Come on, Ollie. Yeah, loving it.
Right.
a belly flop from Paul Lawrence has said that Eric did a good belly flop start.
Too much rice.
Yeah, too much rice. Too much ninja going on.
Yeah.
Amanda. Right, who have we got here? Will Keatley, Daddy Ewer,
Ollie.
Ollie.
Will. Red Elite inflatable look on the far side.
Yeah, good. Yeah, nearly. Oh God.
That Red Elite is the new version. Obviously, it's the brand new. It's this year's version, with that carbon bar and the sides, little things you put in the sides.
Yeah, do they still put those in?
Yeah,
don't they?
still put those in.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
thought the front bar.
No, it's just another.
Great. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I rode that to the castle race this year, the 40k distance race, and then Red Paddle were kind enough to loan me one of those, and that was super inflatable board actually. I really liked it.
Yeah. What was the width on that one, Mark?
I had a 26. That's
Yep.
what I got given. I think. I probably could have got away with the 24, 25, but it was super windy. There was like 5k's of. One point there was 5k's of 40 mile an hour gusty headwind, so
Yuck.
yeah, it was cool. It was a good board for it's
good.
a slick board for an inflatable. Yeah.
Well, they do. I mean, gosh, we're so lucky, aren't we, to have the likes of, if you can afford them, Red, Paddleco and Starboard. The R&D that goes into those inflatable boards is
there is a difference actually.
Is amazing.
Yeah, there is a difference.
If all you've got is £200, then that's all you got, and if it gets you on a board, that's great.
Yeah.
But if you can upgrade, then that's lovely
but
too.
Most of the inflatables that hang around most of the branded inflatables around the £400-500 mark are all very good.
Yeah.
But when you do go to something like the Reds or that kind of stuff, that there are some minute details which actually, where like you say, the R&D's gone into it. So that could be the fact that it packs up smaller, or it could be the fact that it's a little stiffer in certain areas, or like Red have got shapes in them and stuff. So yeah, there's a little bit more. There's certainly a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely. Right. The next lineup for the boys. Let's see how this goes. We've got the photographers in the water. Safety crew. Don't need much safety crew. We've got a man out there with multiple dogs on the board. Can you see Martin over there?
Oh, he's got also
dogs on the board. Yeah, multiple dogs on the board there. Oh, here we go.
Okay, we're off. Al's doing a great job holding that flag.
He really is, yeah. Couldn't do it without him.
And he's got ears that can hear behind him as well.
Okay, here we go. Off they go. Woohoo, nice.
Okay,
Will
good start by
and Daddy Ewer.
Yeah.
And Will Keatley. So again, Will is going for that right buoy. Daddy Ewer is going for the left.
That's such a beautiful turn by Will.
By Will, definitely. And Dave Ewer, a little bit wobbly there on the left, but he's still in second place. So just got to steady himself and just paddle.
And then little Ollie's coming up there. Look,
he's done it again.
Again?
Denzel in the water.
No,
that's not
Kevin
Denzel.
Jackson.
That's Kevin Jackson. My apologies.
Yeah.
Kev Jackson in the water.
Denzel was on the last one, wasn't he? But
That's
great
right,
win
yeah.
there by.
Well done, Will.
by Will.
Good job.
Daddy Ewer.
Daddy Ewer
again,
coming in
Ollie.
and Ollie in third. Well done. Good job. Good
done,
racing
Ollie.
from Ollie. Fabulous. I mean, he's on the GBSUP team. Does health and safety and
Yes.
working all weekend as well, inflating all the boys, just working like a Trojan, and then getting out and racing as well. It's really good.
And also give a shout out to Ollie and Jeff, because with their club at Saltwater in Essex, they've got a little race coming up. They always do like an inflatable only race as well on the ocean there, and it's one size board. So I think it's like a 10-6 race.
Oh, okay.
So they do. So everybody's on a 10-6. It's just really, really good fun. It's really inclusive, really good fun.
Yeah.
They've got another race coming up. Again, you know, like a summer series of races. So they're really sort of like trying to work their area and get racing going.
Well done, Ollie.
Yeah, well done.
Good job. Ollie, very excited there. Hi, Liggy. Thanks for watching. We're here at the Paddlogger Falmouth Bay Open, day 2. It's all about the tech sprints, tech racing later. Yeah, it's high drama here today. So we are now on a little bit of a break, I think. And we are... hi Kerry, yeah, we are here watching, and we've got a little bit of a break, and then they'll be sorting out the numbers for the 2 finals. So, and they will be very fast and furious. We know that by, you know, we know roughly who will be in those races. So you've got the likes for the boys, Blue, Hector, Will, you know, just those 3 will make it very exciting. So. Do I want a coffee? Yes, please. Would you want me to go? Oh, well, I can't go. Oh. Yeah. Go and ask first. We don't want to. You don't want to miss it. So it's really great to have Martin on the mic. I've been very lucky to have Simon from SUP FM on the mic with me a couple of times for SUP 12. We've done that for 2 years now, which is a 12-hour marathon paddle and marathon live feed, and it's been epic. So check that out, SUP 12. And Simon was also with me for the GBSUP race at GBSUP, as that is his local beach, and it was a very special event because we were honouring the memory of Mark Slater, who sadly passed away a year ago, less than a year ago actually. And it was great to see all the OG out there, Brian James, Pete Holiday, Scott, and just, you know, Zach, just coming down to race and engage with the day to remember Mark, because Mark was amazing and beautiful man. So that was lovely.
They are debating whether it's a break at the moment or not, so our coffee break might have to go on hold.
I think it should. We do not want to miss this at any stage. I guess if the results are in, then they can literally sort it out straight away and see who's in the final. So let's just hang on in there. So yeah, Simon joined me at the GBSUP race, his local beach, and he's just lovely to have on the mic, as well as Martin. Very lucky.
So I try and take some?
Yeah, he's a good man. He did a lot of work afterwards and produced some great videos for GBSUP, you know, of all the action. So hats off to him. And today I've got Martin. So Martin came down with Nat. We had a little chat. Was he racing? No, he wasn't. And so he just said, if he was needed on the mic, then would I like to have him? And of course I would like to have him. We did a live feed at Cardiff last year, I think it was, on the boat for the GBSUP Cardiff race. And we work well together, and he's got a lot of knowledge that I may not have. We complement each other, a bit like Simon and I, complement each other with our amount of knowledge and chit-chat, and we can both talk a lot. So all 3 of us can talk a lot.
For the start of the trip, we're now going to go and try and work out the Saturday pattern and set up the final. So we will to kick off the final.
Okay, guys, we will stop here. Then we will cut away. We'll go and get some refreshments, and we will come back in 20 minutes. So let's have a look. Yeah, just before 11:30 we will come back to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Keep an eye on supjunkie.uk Facebook page. Hi Tom, we're just going to leave for 20 minutes because there's a break, a natural break. We can have a natural break, and we will see you guys very soon. Thanks for watching this morning. All right, see you later.